10 days or so, the focus of women's football. We're down to the final 8 in this Under-20 Women's World Cup, and as ever, Nigeria have a colourful and large following here in the National Stadium in Tokyo. They were magnificent in Saitama when I saw them earlier supporting their team in the group stage. Make a lot of noise, and they appear to be in good spirits. Their side come in here as favourites against Mexico, although the Mexicans are a pretty dangerous outfit. Recovered really well after losing their first game. And they've got plenty of music in the stadium, as you can see. In the capital city here in Japan, 13 million people in Tokyo. And here's how Nigeria have got this far. Opened up with a convincing 2-0 victory over Korea Republic. They let in a very late equaliser against Brazil. Seemed to rather try and sit on an early lead for most of the second half and paid the penalty, but right back to form with a vengeance with the 4-0 destruction of Italy. What about Mexico? Well, I mentioned they recovered well, having been thumped 4-1 by the host nation in their opening game. There'd have been a big price to qualify at that stage, but they came past the Swiss 2-0 and then a really impressive 4-0 victory over New Zealand. New Zealand, who in their previous match had drawn against Japan, who were highly fancied. So that last result might just serve as some kind of warning to the Nigerians. Here's the state of play. The winners of this quarter-final will play the winners of tomorrow's quarter between Korea DPR and the United States. On the other side of the draw, Japan and Korea Republic, they play later in this stadium. They'll play the winners of Germany against Norway, so guaranteed a European semi-finalist there. A few Mexicans around as well. Not going to let the Nigerian fans have it all their own way. Chap on the right in a Chelsea shirt. I'm not sure which team he's following. I think the fact that he's embedded with the Mexicans probably gives you the clue. This is the kind of standard Nigerian tunnel warm-up, so to speak. They like a bit of a song and a dance. See the two countries' respective flags coming out onto the field here. Somewhat quieter in comparison, the Mexicans, but as they say, beware the strong, silent types. Stadium's been filling up for the last 30 or 40 minutes. There'll be a big crowd in tonight, I would imagine, when the host nation is centre stage. Japan will be taking on Korea Republic, an all-Asian battle, of course. There was 16,000, just under 17,000 in fact, here for the final group game that Japan played a few days ago, so we'd expect at least that many. Mexico goalkeeper Cecilia Santiago. It is very warm, 34 degrees Celsius, says the thermometer. There is a breath of wind, which the players will be very grateful for. Cecilia Nku is kind of like chief cheerleader, I think. Couldn't be a starker contrast, could there, between these two teams at the moment. The Nigerians really extrovert and the Mexicans very somber, just thinking about what lies ahead. Whatever works, I guess. Here they come then. Singapore referee will grab that match ball. Massive moment in these players' careers. Chance to get to the semi-final of the Under-20 World Cup, just potentially 90 minutes away. Both strong physical sides, these two, so it'll be a real battle early on. Stand by then for the anthems, and first the national anthem of Nigeria.
続きましてナイジェリア国歌です。ご起立ください。
Safe to say they have the edge in terms of numbers of supporters. Now the national anthem of Mexico. Tell you what, some of the supporters will need those sombreros because it's extremely warm. No calling break, by the way. Today you may have seen that earlier on in the tournament. Not going to happen this afternoon. This is the Handshake for Peace you're watching in collaboration with the Nobel Peace Center. Happens at every game, representing fair play in football and peace in society. Let's check the Nigerian lineup then. They've quietly fancied their chances right from the start. Coach Okon Edwin has a settled side, certainly now that first choice keeper Ebubele White has recovered from an ankle injury. Number 9, Desiree Operanozi, holds the ball up as well as any player in the tournament, allowing the likes of Akobi, Sunday and Ordega to use their pace and creativity on the ball. Obligatory team photo. Two skippers about to meet in the middle. Nayeli Van Hel on the right-hand side. Captain of Mexico. The officials this afternoon, the referee is Abirami Abbai from Singapore, and she has assistance from China and Korea Republic. The fourth official is King Liang of China. Looks like Gloria ofoeghu has won the toss. She's going to change ends. Well, Mexico recovered admirably from their first game mauling by Japan and have scored 6 goals without reply since. That's due in no small measure to striker Sofia Huerta, who's found the target in every game, and even coach Leonardo Cuellar admits she holds the key to the side's potential progression. He names the same team that thrashed New Zealand in their final group match. There's the coach, Okon Edwin, and his Mexican counterpart, Leonardo Cuellar, his 10th Under-20 World Cup game in charge. The rest of the squad's all on the bench. Any three can be used. And you see there those little yellow cards by the names of Adoho, Nwankwo and Sanchez. That means another yellow card for them, and they will miss any potential semi-final. Part of the game these days, the huddle. Nigeria's still in theirs. Started very fast against Korea, and against Italy, and against Brazil, actually. So, Mexico have been warned. Ofoeghu, top scorer she was in the qualifying tournament, top scorer in the whole of the tournament, not just for Mexico. The likes of Francisco Ortega, crucial for Nigeria. So we are just about set for action here in the first quarter-final of this Women's Under-20 World Cup. Just waiting for the signal from the touchline, and then we can get started. Already there's a musical accompaniment. Away we go. Nigeria in the green, and they're attacking the goal away to our left in this first half. And straight away, Mexico trying to get behind them, and that's a good challenge and an important one inside the first 10 or 11 seconds or so. Sperta, the main danger girl for the Mexicans, who nearly embarrassed Nigeria before they'd even touched the ball. So the first corner, very early, taken by Ariana Martinez. And there are 5 Mexicans for her to aim at inside the penalty area. Goalkeeper's come. Kind of worked. It's out for a throw. I say if you're going to come, you've got to come with real conviction. She certainly did that to get through 2 or 3 players in front of her. Final touch came off Joku. Miranda with the throw. Interception by Ademo. Finally, the Nigerians actually have a look at the ball themselves. Big touch for Ortega, who got a hat-trick against the Italians, a 25-minute hat-trick, no less. This is Jimenez. Just a note, by the way, that of course, if this game does finish level after 90 minutes, we'll be in for another 30, and then potentially a drama of a penalty competition after that. Early piece of skill from Akobi that impressed the Nigerian fans. Here's Sunday, and first run on a marker. It's a useful ball for Akobi, and not quite the power in the strike that she wanted, but an early statement of intent, this time from the Nigerians. Kobe, who scored the Nigerians' first goal of this tournament, that was against the Korea Republic. Here's Rangel, the number 7 for Mexico. She's the one that really makes them tick in midfield. Just get the impression she has to have a big game, and so of course the Sefer Puerta, who I've already mentioned, who's the main threat in front of goal. Nigeria's rather backed off there. Chakmunye came across. If the ball had been more accurate, she'd have had a problem. And they've lost it in a dangerous area, the Nigerians, and the referee had a good look at that, said it was a fair challenge. Something almost for the Mexicans out of nothing. Well, the slice clearance will interest Ortega, just over her head. Cleared away by Sierra. Header from Romero, didn't go in the right direction. She might get another chance. Sunday battling with her, put in from Ortega. Opera Nosy. Oh, it's worth a shot. Scored one of the goals against Korea Republic, and a really good one. Classic centre-forward's header. She's pretty good on the ground as well. No hesitation about shooting, just dragged it wide of Cecilia Santiago's post. There are several players on yellow cards in the 2 starting 11s. More about that if it becomes appropriate. But just to let you know, the scenario in this tournament is that yellow cards are wiped out after the quarter-final. So after this game, any player who does have a single yellow card will be back to 0 again. The reason they do that is so a player booked in the semi-final doesn't miss the final, which always seems the cruelest cut of all. They are there, now 7th in the list of longevity in terms of number of games in this tournament that he's coached. Double figures today. Mexican throw. 4 minutes played in Tokyo, no score. Winners of this quarter-final will play the winners of the game between the States and Korea DPR, which is in Saitama tomorrow. A couple of times that Nigeria have tried to play their way out of trouble and almost played themselves into it. In the end, ofoeghu with an effective long clearance, and that'll be a Nigeria ball. Came off Bianca Sierra. They do hassle and harry the likes of Ordega and Akobi, and certainly Opranosi and Esther Sunday as well. Referee making sure that ofoeghu takes this from the correct spot. That's a free kick. It's one against Akobi. There were 2 fouls there, but hers was the first of them. Just there. Jimenez took her down, but the whistle had already gone. I think this is going to be a physical contest. 2 big sides. Jimenez will take the free kick for Mexico towards the edge of that Nigeria penalty area. An awkward header for Njoku. Shot cannon back off Ademo. Njoku was there first. Corner given. Second corner for the Central American side. Once again, it's going to be Martinez to take. We're going to have non-stop music. Goalkeeper called for that, but Njoku taking no chances, and it was a decent clearing header. That wasn't quite so clever. Jimenez wanted too much time on the ball. And here's a chase for Ordega. She won't reach it, but she'll settle for a throw. Defending done by number 5 there, Valeria Miranda, plays at the Pumas club. Akobi. There's too much on that for Opranosi, who was the intended target. Good work again from Miranda under pressure. They won't be given a moment's peace on the ball, the Mexican defenders. Movement eventually provided by Ordega. Given in low and cleared away by Jimenez. Now Ademo. Once again, the referee had a look and let it go. And Huerta will be on the charge here if she can turn past her marker. Just had to wait for a bit of support to arrive. Ball was over here. Again, very dangerous from Ashola. Nearly caught right on the edge of her own box. Samasic. Put in from Ademo. Ademo, one half of a very useful central defensive pairing with Josephine Chukwunye. Started every game in the tournament so far. Goalkeeper's called, and the defender again took matters into her own hands. It's the same defender as well. Nugo Njoku. Crossed by Miranda. Very loud call, but she decided to play it, and it's an unnecessary corner conceded by Nigeria. third they've had in the first 8.5 minutes or so. Ariana Martinez with a signal to someone. Awkward for the goalkeeper. And this time it's a goal kick. Massive bodies colliding there at the near post. Really, Manhal, they're unable to get in, but they'll be encouraged, the Mexican fans. 3 corners their side of one, and they certainly haven't looked overawed at all. The reason that the goalkeeper isn't taking the goal kick, she had that ankle problem, forced her to come off in the second game against Brazil. Still not confident enough to take goal kicks. She is the established number 1. Huerta, I think she confused herself there. And she fouled ofoeghu. 28 years old, the referee, one of the youngest at the tournament. 3 years international experience as Kobe plays it forward. Nice first touch. You could see exactly what ofoeghu was trying to do. She just couldn't quite manage it. Kobe. On by Nku. Esther Sunday. Chose to rather toe punt it. In the end, it's just hacked out of play for a Nigeria throw. Nice piece of skill on the far side. 3 waiting in the penalty area here. Ofoeghu was all on her own. Not sure that the shot was the best option there. Mr. Sunday decided to go for goal. I think that Ocon Edwin would have preferred it if she'd played in one of her teammates. Encouraging though that they had 3 in the box, 2 unmarked there. Monnier will retrieve. Now Nku. Nicely done. Ofoeghu likes to come forward from left back. You'll see her raiding a lot. Here's Kobe. Esther Sunday. Queuing up to get a challenge. Now she has found ofoeghu, whose first touch was just a little heavy. Good ball though from Sunday. Clearly learned from what happened a moment earlier. It's a bit optimistic from Nku. Didn't get hold of it, but she's been presented with it back by Jimenez. Ofoeghu, good feet. No trip. The referee had a very good view of that. Decided it was a fair challenge. That wasn't though. Huerta. Damo, not one of those Nigerians on a yellow card. Just the 2 of them, ofoeghu and Ofoeghu, 2 of the starting 11 at any rate. Certainly they are 2 of the absolute key players as the free kicks floated in very deep. It was Huerta who got the header, but easy for White. Martinez. Space here. There's Nku. She could believe how much time she had. In the end, comfortable save for White, but Nigerian coach would rather tighter marking. Free kick for Nigeria this time. It hasn't been taken. Well, not sure what she did wrong there. Mariana Romero. She got thumped by ofoeghu, who was coming in at pace. Finds herself having conceded a free kick. But in fact, she's changed her mind. I thought it was a bit strange. Clearly signalled initially for a Nigerian free kick. Decided it should go the other way, and rightly. Martinez lost it. Here's Nku. Trying to find Ordega, but rather telegraphed the pass. Picked off though by Shola. Nku. Ofoeghu, nice turn. It's not the quickest, but she's got really good feet. Nku again. Not sure if that was the intended recipient. There's deflection on that, is it? Ordega will claim it, but the flag is up. It's not going to count. Let's have a look. I think we can see that Mexico have been extremely fortunate. He looks absolutely mystified. Once the ball was deflected, Santiago had absolutely no chance, but they'll have to go all over again, the Nigerians. Thinking this time for a foul on Ordega. Taken from the wrong place. The shirt pulling, seen referees occasionally produce a card for that. Romero was the offender. And ofoeghu will take the free kick for the Nigerians. Looking for Ofoeghu. Joku. Across that. Just unable to get there was Kobe. Fighted a flying header, but I don't think she could quite get there. Joku just delivered really well from the right-hand side, the right back. Such a dangerous area. Easy to say that Kobe could have gone earlier, but it's a wonderful ball. And Hell kept it in. It's going to be an awkward bounce. They're trying to make something of it. Ofoeghu. Sunday. Oh, nice ball. Nku. Ofoeghu. Doesn't have much support. We've seen her go for goal before, and the goalkeeper just does enough to tip it round the post. Don't think she hit it absolutely cleanly, but it still gave Santiago a problem. Oh, the deflection, that was wide. In fact, that's a good save. Nigeria's first corner of the game. Taken short. It's in towards Ofoeghu. The goalkeeper did well. It's going to come back to Nku. Retrieved by Shola. It's really good closing down by Samazic, not once but twice. Ofoeghu does that so well, takes it on the chest, holds it up, fights the players around her into the game. Slightly fortunate there, Olivia Jimenez. The best clearance, but she got away with it. Let's go Nku. Playing a good advantage. Romero with the ball in. Hell. Offside flag up. Nku just strayed too far beyond the last defender. Team so far are on level terms. They began well, just some signs in the last 5 or 10 minutes that Nigeria is starting to really prosper. Should save the corner here. She manages to keep possession, Murillo. Esther Sunday, we've seen some games she starts on the left-hand side. Starting on the right today. Can interchange with the likes of Ashola and Kobe in particular. Here's Ashola. Given away and presented to Martinez and Romero. Drilled that at Huerta, not surprising she couldn't control it. Absolutely hammered it at her. Ofoeghu, she'll keep this in. Ofoeghu inside her. This is Ofoeghu. Tried to turn. Just lost her balance at the vital moment, but Nigeria still have it. Ortega. Nicely done. Oh, great feet. And a deflection again. It's gone for a corner. That one will definitely have counted. Esther Sunday didn't strike it with any real conviction, but the deflection completely wrong-footed the goalkeeper. He was going the other way, as well for her that it rolled beyond the post. Should have had no chance. Exactly 20 minutes played then. Nigeria have a corner, and they've got 7 players in and around that Mexican penalty area. Ugo and Joku with that excellent right foot to take it. Will be the away swinger. Ofoeghu's the real danger goal, you would imagine, although Ashola's good in the air too. It was in towards Ortega in the end. Damo, that's why she's a centre-half, I think. Let's have another look at the goal. Or the goal that wasn't, gets no easier for Nigeria to stomach. Chukwuemeka lost goal back. Tried to get a flick on that. No, I don't think she did. Ofoeghu. Sunday. Let's come for Ofoeghu. Okay, just waited for some support. See what she was trying to do. It's going to fall here for Ashola. That was an optimistic attempt. It's come back from Ku. Kobe. And Ku again. Maybe a chance for the Mexicans on the break. It came off Ofoeghu. Challenge against Samasic. A lot of these Mexican girls play their club football in the United States. Samasic is one of those. It's at the Legends Club. Ofoeghu's going to have to play this, I think, or not. Oh, she did well. She fooled Samasic. Rare occasion when Ofoeghu has actually miscontrolled it, but it hasn't cost her because the Mexicans have repaid the compliment. Free kick to Nigeria. And an apology from Natalia Gomez-Junco. Shoulders okay. ofoeghu. Once again, it just rolled off the chest of Ofoeghu. She was quickly in there, Huerta, but couldn't keep it in. She's really alert, one of those strikers that defenders hate because she's just on you a little bit quicker than you might initially expect. Kirby couldn't keep it. Here's Gomez Junco. Huerta, nicely done. Might fancy a dip here. Got the power but couldn't keep it down. It looked dangerous for the Nigerians. As soon as she went past the first defender, running with ball at feet, just there, just got underneath the shot, high over White's crossbar. Just got a foot in there, she's got it back. Looks long towards Ofoeghu. Romero's header, only as far as Esther Sunday, with options to her right. Nice work by Ortega. Right behind it, Santiago. Ortega with 4 goals in the tournament so far. He'll be fairly satisfied with the way his side have played, the Nigerian coach, Ofoeghu, just not with the fact they haven't broken through yet. The Mexicans have at times looked dangerous on the breakaway, that's no problem for White. Average goals per game in this tournament has been really encouraging, just under 3.5. Stays that way, that'll be second in the list of under 20 World Cups. First one back in 2002. It's good defending, really well there. Demo just got a body between the ball and the attacker. Shola, Kobe, Ofoeghu, ofoeghu. Got that all wrong. Lovely build-up from Nigeria. One of the most experienced players, the captain. It's a full international. And that was, in all truth, nearer the corner flag than the far post. Ofoeghu. The defender just got a toe to that. So it will be a Nigeria ball. Ofoeghu will take. Looking for the flick on from Ofoeghu, which Mexico did well to deny. Picked in by Demo. Coup. Swept forward by Rangel. Chapwinye. Ashola. Sunday. Now in Joku. Nigerians in full voice, a little section of the crowd. Opronosi fouled by Rangel, the Mexican skipper. Free kick taken quickly. Kobe eventually got closed down, took a while. Shola. Joku. Played off by Kobe. Nice little step over. Ortega. Just on the way through there, still might be, but that was, I'm sure, the best option from a pretty tight angle from a Joku. Again, very promising build-up play. Opronosi involved. I think she was going for goal. These teams drew one apiece back in 2010. But the Nigerian goal, scored by Gloria, who is one of the substitutes this afternoon. Nigeria really have come on strong in the last decade at this level. It's the fifth tournament in a row they've made the knockout stage. Here's a Kobe, fair way out, and the goalkeeper always knew it was drifting wide. Happy not to close it down from that range. Nearly got a little flick off Rangel. Santiago never really concerned. Mexicans will be pretty content to still be in the contest at 0-0, especially after the ball having gone in the net and that was ruled out. And they've looked dangerous at times themselves on the break and from a couple of corners. And coup down the line for Sunday. The best return ball on the Nigerian number 7. And here's Rangel. To Samazic. Fair challenge. Sunday just couldn't take it. She was beaten in the challenge by Cristina Murillo. This is easy for White. Free kick here for Mexico. Now, what can they make of this set play? They haven't had, this is probably the first free kick they've had in what you would consider any kind of a threatening position. You can see Gomez Junco, there's two of them now standing on the penalty spot, so at the moment they're a mile offside. They're going to run back. It makes it really difficult for the assistant and for Nigeria's defence to just have one eye behind them, so to speak. Berta is over the ball. Now they've come back in line. Is she going to strike for goal? She is. It's too high. By a considerable margin. Here's ofoeghu. Opronosi. Good go, that was just a little bit strong. Nigeria will stay though capped in the Mexican half, deep in the Mexican half. Sliding challenge from Bianca Sierra, at the University in the United States. They're going to use the running track for a run-up here, is she? Rolon. The usual tactic is to get the flick on from Ofoeghu. That's exactly what they've tried to do. Might come here for a Kobe. Well, they've had plenty of shots. To double figures now. It's just hoping it is going to be one of those games where they have so many attempts on goal, but just can't hit the target. Back by Njoku. Good work again from Ordega. She really does hassle and harry Sunday. Ordega. Scramble on the far side. Eventually Mexico able to get it clear, and maybe more here. Gomez Unko got past the challenge of the Kobe. Martinez. Ofoeghu. Is that covered?